Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed, right now I am here to have more cool comic book slash film slash story character fun. I will also be comparing power levels of that character in different formats. And now here it comes. The character is none other than Darth Vader. Yes, folks, Darth Vader, the Sith Lord that you all know and love, will be characterized on this such occasion. Okay, let's go to the comic book characterization of Darth Vader. I would say it is much like the live action characterization of Darth Vader. The only thing is the pages are still, they're not moving, so you have to follow the story yourself as you read it. So it's a whole different format than watching a movie, in other words. But if you find all the Vader comics you can find and read, I guarantee you will have a good time because it's an extension of the Vader in the movies. In other words, Darth Vader is characterized exactly the same as you see him on the big screen. Word from word, power from power scales, anger, violence, rage, all of that is on full display in the comic books. And his power levels are a little bit more stronger than they characterize them with on the big screen. Yeah, in the comic books, he expands upon his powers in ways that he could build up force shields, and then when he have so much energy built out, he can force the force shields out, and it acts as some kind of force bomb or force reaction thing. So that I think that's very cool. And he's shown to use mental abilities in the comic books that we didn't see him use in on the big screen, such as controlling animals with his mind, as such, maybe attempting to even control the most dangerous wild beast out there. So, in other words, you'll see a lot more action out of Darth Vader in the comic book stories than you will on the big screen because there are hundreds of Darth Vader comics out there that have full stories to them. So, I think he's immensely powerful in the live action too, in terms of his power displays. But in the comic books, you will see him do a lot more things than you ever seen him do in the movies. Because in the comics, he's shown going off on various missions for the Emperor or for himself, and everybody is a hothead. They like to challenge Darth Vader to a fight, knowing that it's foolish to do so, but nevertheless they do. So he puts on his epic force displays for them for their non-joying pleasures in terms of getting rid of potential dangerous threats that might attack him. Yeah, there are those brave enough to attack Darth Vader in the comic books, but it's been so few brave enough to attack him on the big screen or in the live action, except Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, and the Emperor himself. So, okay, power levels, not core power levels, uh, involving Darth Vader in different formats. And oh, Darth Vader was also shown in cartoon format. And in there, of course, he's shown to be incredibly powerful through the dark side and through those mechanical devices that run throughout his body. So, in other words, those prosthetics give Darth Vader superhuman strength because they are, of course, more heavier, more durable, and more tougher than regular human parts. So he was able to enhance his strength with those parts. So yeah, so Vader is very super strong. In other words, he's shown performing feats of strength in both the live action as well as in the cartoons and comic books, of course. But we know Vader can't tap into his full force potential because of the accident. But nevertheless, he's shown to be one of the most powerful force wielders out there. And in the comic books characterization, the animation characterization, and the live action characterization of Darth Vader. He, of course, has enormous mental powers, telekinesis, strength, and of course, he's one of the best swordsmen in the galaxy. And it is said that he's the number one top notch pilot in the galaxy as far as flying starfighters. I would suppose his son would be number two to him. But that is another story. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. And let me know what you think about this. Indeed.